Hey guys, kinggath here with week 28 of my Sim Settlements 2 and Chapter 2 Let's Play series. This is the edited version of my live stream, and this is what I'm excited about because I finally start diving into the HQ 2.0 gameplay. We're just kind of touching the surface. We're going to be here for a few more weeks. If you want to get lots of information, if you're starting to try and get your toes wet in the 2.0 update of HQ, you might want to watch the full stream. That is linked below, and you'll see in there, once we get to about the halfway point, I start talking a lot about it and answering questions for folks, so there's a lot more information available there. Otherwise, enjoy the edited gameplay. Did anybody try sending Cola to HQ in this patch? Because I believe I finally fixed it, but it may be one of those things where it's only actually fixed for new saves, which would be fine. It's okay if you guys want to send her there for now. But long term, it is not meant for Cola to be your head of security. That was a bug, a bug I didn't bother to fix up until this point, because it was a fun bug. Oh yeah, diseases can be turned off locally because that's so for a lot of the local settings were determined by when I was rigging up the city plan code to automatically set up like the involvement system. You guys are familiar with that. When I was rigging that up, I just thought about like what would be irritating to have to deal with on a settlement that you were like, I don't want to be in charge of this, and then those got local settings. There's argument for a couple more of the settings to be switched to local, but I'm pretty happy with the set of options that are there now. All right, let's head over to HQ. So I think, let's see, we were doing the main quest, which oh yeah, I need to keep going on the main quest if I want to get to Institute, but we don't need to do that yet. We're still waiting on Clef because we're trying to collect all the settlers too, but we'll take a break from that today. We've been doing that for quite a while now. Let's head to HQ. And here's our first test of save stability. Are we going to crash due to all the changes? I certainly hope not. Hey, we finally unlocked the last industrial class conversion. Oh no, there's still one more. It's conversion and then production. But I noticed in the showing, anything showing off the what do you call it? The Starfield base building system. There's no sign of power wires. It looks like they might have just went to a straight meter system where it's you either have enough power or you don't, which would be much safer. Enjoy the coffee, Lupe. I am doing the same.
This is a good time. I got a favor to ask.
Ready. Let's go.
Why? What's this all about?
Well, Lupe's come up with an idea, and it's a pretty good one. But we're gonna need something special in order to pull it off. We need a device called a memory lounger. Now we know where we can get one. There's an old theater full of them in Goodneighbor. The problem is, the person who owns them isn't too keen to hand any over. So we were kind of hoping maybe you could go negotiate on our behalf?
Got it. Off to Goodneighbor then.
I knew you'd help. Lupe will go on ahead and meet you there. Best of luck, Chief.
Oh, hello.
I think we accidentally forgot that one quest on our list of custom icons. So that's something that I believe we poked around about, but I have to double check.
Hey, don't much care for Goodneighbor. That place is nothing but trouble.
I love that that we did this. We just had a little HQ security guy standing out here, the escort for Lupe. Commitment to the idea that Lupe is not a fighter. Here we go.
Do you even know what we do here?
Sure I do. You sit people in one of those chairs, then selectively stimulate desired neuron clusters. That's why I'm here. I want one of those chairs.
Now, I hate to turn such a clever girl away, but we aren't accepting new clients right now.
I don't want to be a client. I just want a chair.
You guys saying volume is low. All right, well, it's just the master I have down, so I'm just going to have to just crank it all the way up. So it's going to be, like, I've already got effects and music and everything down compared to the voice, so we'll just crank the whole game volume up. Hopefully you guys will still be able to hear me. Hopefully I don't get too distracted to hear you guys. Or to talk to you guys, I should say. I obviously can't hear you.
Now, I hate to turn such a clever girl away, but we aren't accepting new clients right now. Sorry, but the memory den isn't accepting any new clients.
I know you just said that, lady.
For the last time, we don't want to be clients. We want a memory lounger. We can pay. Jacob gave me money, see?
Well, you seem to be a little short on cash, sweetheart.
Is that a little better, guys, on the voice volume? So I'm sure you guys are going to regret that volume increase when I start firing my weapons again.
How much are you paying?
Jacob gave me 8,000 caps to trade for a lounger. It's a lot of money. But apparently, not enough.
Let's make a deal.
Hey, I think she is willing to sell us a lounger. She's just trying to shake us down for a few more caps. But I'm no good at negotiating. Is there anything you could do?
Got something to say to little old me?
How about knocking some caps off the price?
Persistence and money. Two things I love in a man. I think we can help you.
There we go. Charisma doing work, saving me two grand.
Thanks for the help. I can take over from here. Come back to the HQ in a few days, and I'll have something to show you. Bye for now.
Okay, now we give Lupe time to figure that out.
All are welcome.
Oh yeah, what's going on over here?
Hi there.
Hey, Raider. No, I don't want to accidentally kill the conquered settlers.
That's it, huh?
Oh, they've taken over Jake's store. Oof, that was messy. It probably is an issue with I need a new PC. As many have heard over the past, X amount of months, I don't remember how long ago it was, now 4 or 5 months ago, I had a storm mess up 2 of my computers, and I was able to salvage this one, and then I tried to do a capture card, and didn't work out.
It'd be a great quote.
He's my client.
I need a new computer and don't want to spend the money on it right now.
Well, well, speak of the devil.
You're back, and not with your son. What happened?
You were right, Nick. Kellogg did have my son. But that wasn't all. He was working with the Institute. He gave them Sean.
Trying to like follow the... Oh, you know what? I bet I got my headphones on backward again. I do it almost every time.
How about that?
Welcome back. As you can see, the memory lounger made it here one piece and is ready to go. So if you just go sit yourself down, I'll show you what we've come up with.
I'd be glad to. Just tell me what's going on.
Oh, right. Of course. Sorry. We haven't really explained much, have we? Hey, Lupe, this was your idea. Why don't you do the honors?
Okay, so... have you actually used one of these things before?
No.
Nope. First time.
Oh, well, you see, this machine can help someone relive a memory. To do that, it creates a direct link to the person's brain. What we'll be doing is overriding the lounger's normal function, so that you can experience something other than a memory.
And by hooking this thing up to the comm array, what you'll experience will be... well, it's kind of hard to explain without showing you.
In we go. Oh, that's some good camera work there, Bethesda. That was Dogmeat's fault.
Okay, just
he really wanted to be a part of this.
Here. You should start feeling a little fuzzy right about now. Don't worry, that's normal.
Hey, Jacob? What does this flashing red light mean?
Hey, you in? I think you're in. Take a moment. Your mind just needs to adjust to the new inputs. All right. You should be able to make out something below you. I'm just gonna focus you in on that. There we are.
Whoa.
Things should be a lot more clear now. You can see a map, right? That's the Commonwealth.
Right. She's looking good. We actually have more features coming to this place. So there's one of our designers, No Fuss No Muss, set up a bunch of references to various things you've done in the game, and we're going to eventually rig them all up so that as you look around out here, you'll see like little things relevant to what you've done so far in the game. Stuff from our quests and vanilla quests, etc. I didn't have time to rig those up before the patch went live.
And those markers you see? Those are your settlements. Try interacting with one of them.
All right, let's do our favorite spot. Sunshine. This little miracle piece of tech was thanks
done.
to Pra,
You're now
who
seeing all the plots within that cell.
coded this out.
If you're feeling a little disoriented, you could use the settlement's workshop as a point of reference. Should help you get your bearings. Now, if you interact with one of those plot icons, you can directly interface with the ASAM controlling that plot, allowing you to make changes.
But yeah, we can go in and edit a plot here. And as far as I know, all of this works. You can change all these options out, and then
Pretty cool, huh?
when you go back to the settlement,
Now
they
you don't
will
have
be
to
changed to
travel all the
whatever
way
you
to a
selected.
settlement just to monitor or alter an ASAM. All right, that's everything I wanted to show you. Feel free to look around some more, play about with some of the ASAMs. Or, if you want to leave, just imagine trying to look at your Pip-Boy. I programmed that to be a mnemonic trigger to bring you out.
Okay, so I see some questions about the map. Gavin, how does the map deal with plots stacked directly on top of each other? I will show you, because we have a settlement that can show that. Hangman's Alley should have a lot of vertical stacked. So what we did is we gave
You can stay in there as long as you like. But just remember, if you want to leave, just think about looking at your Pip-Boy.
Thank you, Jake. We gave some vertical space. You can see here, if you kind of come close to the map, you can actually climb inside of it. It's not a blocked thing, and you can see the height of them, so you can figure out which ones are vertically stacked. And I think we gave it enough space where you can interact with all of them. Like, I don't think I don't think you can get the plots. Like, if you stack two plots so close together that they couldn't stack vertically in this system, then you probably did it just to bug the system out, right? Like, it's not likely that you would ever actually want to stack plots that closely. But I love this system. I think it's really cool, and I want to make use of this, make the space more inviting. We have some ideas of some other stuff we're going to do in here to make it so that it's fun to come back in here more than just as a way to mess with your settlements. But for now, that is enough hanging out in here. Kyle Harris, yes, all of this is on Xbox.
You alright? You may feel a little woozy for a while, but it'll pass quickly.
What did you think? Did you find it useful?
I did, thank you. The rain coming through the ceilings is so dumb. I don't understand why this happens. I have it set up so, like, up in the sky up there's this big thing. You can't obviously see it because the skybox hides it, but we have this big structure that's designed just to block the rain. And just like how in the base game your beds don't get detected all the time as being sheltered, there are just parts of the game world that don't detect as having a roof, and so the rain just comes through. Yeah, we'll definitely turn that on. I want to get in some fights. All right, there we go. Now we've got our access to our little windows out here. I have it rigged up for something, but because the AI is what it is in this game, you'll probably never witness it, but I have it rigged up with like a nav mesh out here. So the idea is that if you have people assigned to security and they're working the exterior when you start building it, that you could peer out this window and actually see them working. That's the dream. So, but I'll definitely have to do some AI reprogramming to get that working. All right, let's get this place cleaned up. It's looking gross. All right, let's see here. We want to build. Yeah, we'll clean the foyer. There's nothing. The foyer. If any of you guys have been wondering if you can build anything, we have plans for something there. Our long term. We wanted to make that like a trophy room to show off some stuff that the player did, kind of like we'd have like a micro museum. And we just haven't had the time to come up with the exhibits and rig that up. And so for now, it's just a common area, and there's nothing to build there. But I'm sure an add-on pack author will solve that. We can give you something to build there very, very soon, since that's the one room in the whole facility that you can't currently build anything in. Rourke, will we ever get any content that uses the DLC? It would be cool to see something like the Gunners fully invading Nuke World. Probably not. There's a lot of technical problems with including the DLC content.
Medical expert to help manage an outbreak, and in she comes and sets up shop. How terrible!
Well, yes, that's exactly it. We may need your expertise with this outbreak, but that doesn't mean you're hired yet. You're not even listening while I try to explain the symptoms we've seen.
Oh, did I give that impression? But you were so accurately modeling the symptoms for me, then I diagnosed them as soon as I saw you. It's a stomach flu.
That's your idea of a diagnosis? And I wasn't modeling anything. I'm not even sick.
Why don't you sit down for a second? I'm sure you've been on your feet all day.
Well, Yes, I do feel a bit tired. There's just so much work to do, what with half our personnel being sick.
Excuse me.
There
Maybe
you are.
you should just
There's
start by
something we
treating
need
our
to
staff.
discuss.
If you're successful, then perhaps we can offer you a permanent position here.
So, what's our situation?
Your staff seem to be passing around a mutated strain of influenza. Not the worst virus, but I doubt you want your security teams taking breaks to hurl.
Can you help?
I can treat it, yes. There's no point.
What do you mean, no point? It's what you're here for, isn't it?
That's right, Cedric. But there's little point in treating it until the root cause is addressed.
You just said it. The flu is the root cause.
It's the cause for the illness, not the outbreak itself. Tell me, are all the staff living in the same quarters, sharing beds, rooms, toothbrushes?
Excuse me? Who do you take me for? Of course I have my own toothbrush. Although, now that you mention it, I have seen other staff members sharing their toiletries.
I thought so.
Does Sneak just not have any weapons? He's just like, nah, I do fists. Fists only. Alright, we're going to follow Randy Adams so we can watch him go down there. Because we actually have the cells rigged up so people can path between them. Thanks to some magical invisible doors. This was one of those things when I got it working, I was so ecstatic. Like, not only the select window like that to send them on missions, but also to use these elevators. Like, watching them do this for the first time in testing, I was like, yes! Because it feels like something the game never lets happen, right? You rarely see NPCs using the elevators. They usually will kind of get, when you go in the elevator, they'll get teleported in with you. Go to the office level. Come on, dog meat.
Trash him.
And kill ferals. Sneak just going in there with fists. Uh-oh.
That's what I call a confirmed kill.
I don't know if that's good or not. Lever action can be pretty decent. 15 fire damage doesn't seem great.
We're not going to need that stuff anymore.
So, as usual, anything NPC involved, I use timers for, because I just don't trust the AI to do what I want it to. So, there'll be a timer, but also we can just help, too, and force it to trigger, which is what I'm going to do. Oof. Come on, guys. Can you come help? Thanks, Aiden. No, it's not the last of them, or we would have got a quest complete. You're a liar, Aiden. There's actually quite a lot down here. I heard somebody... Oh! Again, more people hiding in boxes, apparently. Anybody in the bathroom? No. That's a rare sight, a bathroom without a ghoul in it in Fallout. Yeah, I'll take some fusion cells. I actually have been using mostly shotgun lately. Alright, let's go talk to Cassandra.
Welcome back.
Hey, and there's our new
The
recruits
resident
walking
situation
in.
will be resolved soon, meaning we can stop wasting time and finally address this outbreak. To do this, I'll need some equipment set up. And the cooperation of your other departments, of course. Maybe also some assistance. But only if they're mute.
Good point, CL. Don't you need some more toothbrushes for everybody?
Sure. Anything you need.
Once I have a working lab, I'll be able to assign teams to research any disease that may be causing us trouble. Then, develop cures and vaccines. With the resources of this HQ, I believe we can do something I never before considered possible. We could actually manufacture and distribute vaccines across the entire Commonwealth. Of course, I'm also at your disposal for any other medical or scientific projects you may have for me. But first, let's start with this flu going around. Assign the project, and I can begin researching whatever virus strain the cat dragged in this time.
What's going on here? Oh, there we go. There it goes. A little script lag. Okay, so science department's going to use intelligence to determine how much work it can do. Science department basically acts as your hospital, so they will. Well, the infirmary acts as your hospital, but the science department takes care of reducing diseases or fixing up diseases, I guess. That's not the right word. Curing diseases. That is what the science staff does, like by default when you don't have any projects running for them. And then the things that we have shipped in here that you do primarily with the science department are research diseases to get through the cures and everything, and eventually vaccines if you want. And we also have a lab system, which I'll show you guys, which was part of the reason I've been not bothering to take a lot of perks you guys might have grabbed. Is that because I knew that for crafting we would have HQ handle all of that. And I'll show you guys how that works. Not today, because we're gonna shift gears to Hangout time. Although I probably will stay in HQ today for Hangout, because I think people have a lot of questions about this with all the updates and everything.